People, 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 people. Glory to Jesus Christ. This is the People's Debate. Tonight, we're talking football. We got some running backs, some linebacking cores, some news to discuss tonight on the People's Debate. We are live. It is Wednesday, a little bit late, 7:56 p.m. I am your host, but more importantly, I am with these two beautiful souls over here. We got the always ready white tee Cody in the building, and we have the bell to bell representative, first time on the football portion of the People's Debate. We have my boy Chad on the bottom corner. Fellas, I'm grateful for y'all's time. I appreciate y'all joining me. Truly appreciate y'all joining me. Um, Real quick, Chad, it's your first time here, dude. Let's go ahead and introduce yourself to the people that are here. State your name, your ethnicity, your sex. Your okay, that was a joke.
Chad,
That was a joke.
I'm Chad. I'm a male.
Okay,
Identify.
100%.
Yeah.
Um, Born and raised San Antonio, Texas. I mean, y'all, if y'all see me on People's Debate, aka Bell to Bell, y'all know what it is. But as far as football goes, I'm a diehard Patriots fan. I would never switch. It's Drake May time. You know, it's time for the Diggs to rock out, and our secondary gonna show you what the defense about.
That's what I'm talking
Mhm,
about. That's how you do it.
mhm.
Yep. Remember that. Drop the mic there. All right. All right. Well, fellas, again, thank y'all for joining me. Grateful for both of you. How y'all doing? Give me some good news. Give me some new news. Give me some breaking news that's not sports related, if anything. No bad news. Say bad news. Come on. Let's not do this early, please. Come on. Something's
Breaking
cool.
news: my birthday is 27 days away,
No.
and we are finna turn up.
There we go.
Any plans?
Yes. Any plans?
Not right now, but I know we're gonna be lit though.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Right on. Cody, give me something, dude. What's
Oh
going on?
man, I thought we were
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
forget.
Nah.
Come on, give me something.
I got paid yesterday.
Yeah.
There we
All
go.
right. All right. That is good. So, I mean, fair enough. Uh, any Speaking of birthdays, before we start the show, I've asked you this, Cody, before. It was somebody's birthday. I've asked this. Chad, I haven't asked you. Most memorable birthday moment. First one to hit the dome. It didn't have to be necessarily that good. Just don't
I'm
make
not
it sad.
I'm not a big celebration person. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. What about when you're younger? It's all right right now. Yeah, I'm the same way. Grown. Yeah, it's okay.
Um I remember in my past life, one that is very memorable is I was with some friends and we was going to a party. That was the plan. And I don't do drugs like that, but they asked me to pop a pill called
Whoa.
Xanax. And I
This is
said,
taking it
okay,
further.
I
Uh-huh.
guess we lit tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And got in the car, popped the Xanny. We hit the J, you know what I'm saying? And I don't remember the rest of the night.
Okay. All right. We're
So
not.
moral of the story is
How's
kids
that
don't do
memorable?
drugs.
If you
How's
don't
that?
That's
remember the night, how's that memorable?
it's memorable because I remember falling asleep and not remembering anything.
Yeah, we
I,
don't
I,
endorse drugs. This is the moral of the story. Like Chad said, don't do
I
drugs.
remember like don't ever do that again. Don't do Xans. Don't do it.
No, don't do Xans. Is the I'll put that as a banner for
Don't.
memory's sake. No, no.
T-shirt.
Nah, yeah, actually, that'd be good. Don't say
Bring
no
the
to
Dare
drugs.
shirts back out.
Bring the dare. Wear the dare shirts, huh? They went away, and now our child population is all on drugs. It's a slippery slope, everybody. It's a slippery slope. All right. All right, Chase. One, shout out to Chase. Chase is here in the building. He remembers not remembering.
100%.
Well,
I'm
okay.
glad you're getting me.
Yeah, he's getting you. In the words of LT, the water boy, don't smoke Crack. Well, crack isn't. All right. All right. Let's just get off of the drugs here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's everybody, of course, thank you for joining. Make sure if you're there and you're not subscribed, you subscribe to the channel if you care about any of us on the panel, especially me. If you care about me getting any sleep tonight, I would definitely hit that subscribe button or else.
Right now.
Or else. Okay.
Or else.
So I love
Okay.
it.
But thank you, everybody, for being here. Much love and appreciation to you. And let us get this sucker started. All right, so let's go over a couple of news. Joe, the sports mailman, is not here today, so I will be what do you call a substitute mailman? Joe, I need your help. What do you call when you call in sick and somebody takes your route, but they're not a mailman? You need Melton to get some sleep. He hasn't slept in weeks. Yeah, the subscriber count stayed the same. I've had insomnia for a week. All right, so I don't appreciate that, and I don't think anybody in my immediate family appreciates that. All right, here we go. I will be the sub carrier of the news portion of today. There was a couple of players that can't due to holding for a contract. We have Trey Hendrickson. I think that's a obvious. I think we all agree on the Trey Hendrickson debacle is just the Cincinnati Bengals showing how. I don't know how I'm not even gonna say cheap, but how not great with the players they are. I don't know. It reeks again of dysfunction, and yeah, I don't think we have to really go into Trey Hendrickson. I understand why he's missed minicamp. I hope that gets solved. We'll see. TJ Watt is one for the Pittsburgh Steelers because TJ Watt is the defense. Guys, what are y'all's main thoughts on him skipping minicamp because of a contract dispute? He wants to. I mean, they could have nailed this earlier, but they waited, and unfortunately, Myles Garrett just got about $40 million per year. TJ Watt is basically a less melanated Myles Garrett in a way. So I again, it's kind of it was a bad move by the Steelers. I think they have to get it done. But what are y'all's thoughts on TJ Watt not showing up for minicamp? Whoever wants to go first, doesn't matter.
I'll say I'm getting tired of it. Do these players not remember the contracts when they sign them or something? Right. They all of a sudden don't want to ever play their last year, want to hold out. Like, you signed the deal. At the time, you got paid big. And if you're still good, you're going to get paid even more big now. So just play your season, bro. I'm tired of this little holdout bullshit. It's getting old.
Any different thoughts? Do you second that, Chad? What you think?
I mean, I agree to a certain extent, but I mean, we gotta hold the organizations accountable at some point. Like these are your top players, and I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not in the rooms with them when they're discussing or negotiating contracts, but I'm pretty sure they're not asking for something crazy, something bizarre. So I mean, coming to terms on a contract with your star players, I don't understand how it's still an issue.
Yeah, I'm kind of with both of you. I agree with Cody on a lot of the players, not all of them. Some of them I agree with Chad. Like a guy like TJ Watt, you got to nail that. I mean, he shouldn't have to have been waiting. There should be constant communication with the two because it's showing that there's not communication because he's not going to minicamp. Like, Go ahead.
I agree on the players that the teams don't take care of and now have earned it. But TJ Watt has been taken care of. The Steelers have always paid him every time, right? I mean, I don't remember TJ Watt getting underpaid really ever. So, and he's going to get another big contract. It's just like, why hold out, bro, when the franchise has taken care of you?
Maybe it's just, again, the communication. Maybe the communication isn't there right now. And so TJ Watt's like, well, I'm not going to do this. Y'all haven't even told me, like, just play it out. Maybe. I'm just speculating. I don't freaking know. But there are some players. I'll mention one that's not on the list. Jonnu Smith is talking about, not playing or something because of the new contract. He just signed a contract last year. That's where I agree 100% with you, Cody. A guy, Jonnu Smith, yes, you outplayed your contract, but you just signed the contract.
Right.
You don't just get to get out of the contract because I had a great year. No, that's not how that works. So that part I agree. Now with Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry from Washington, that's a little bit different, isn't it? A guy that's been sticking with the dysfunctional franchise as far as beforehand, the in and out door of quarterbacks, mediocre at best quarterbacks, and you pay Debo Samuel, you pay a couple of guys and bring them over as far as Laramie Tunsil and a couple other guys. And Scary Terry's just there like, well, hey, man, what about my payday? Wait a minute. I don't understand. I am the faithful. Like I've been faithful to this. I've been here longer than a lot of management's been there. You know what I
Right.
mean? So with Terry, I kind of understand it. And I think it's very confusing why they haven't paid Terry. Again, with the last two that we're talking about, TJ Watt and Scary Terry, I think a deal gets done. But I think it's kind of it's an interesting topic on why they haven't paid Scary Terry yet after they just paid all these other guys. Do y'all have any opinions on it or?
Go ahead, Chad.
Not necessarily. Not on this one.
Okay.
I just not really.
Cody?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. I think Scary Terry does deserve pay. He has been there a while. How much you want to give him, though, I don't know. That's where I don't think he's going to get, top S wide receiver money, but I think they can find a good medium ground as long as he's not, over expecting.
Man, that's where it does get tricky because Scary Terry has seen T. Higgins just get paid. Jalen Waddle
Right.
got a big contract. And those are number twos on a team. Of course,
Right.
we all agree if they were on another team, they'd be a number one. They got number one talent. I ain't saying that. But they are number two, and they're getting paid, let's say, 30 million a year, 31. Scary Terry's the number one, the big option that's been there. But like you said, Cody, which I agree with, I think he's 29 or 30. So he's in that territory, like the Mike Evans conversation and all that. That's where, yeah, I am interested in seeing like how much he gets paid, how long the contract is structured for, because he is a aging wide receiver that benefits from his explosivity and his speed. And of course, with age, that's going to drop off.
Right.
So I just wonder where that's going to be an interesting. I don't think they ship him, but that one's something to look forward to. We'll look out for. Now, after speaking about TJ Watt, we got Aaron Rodgers finally signs with the Steelers. 1 year, $13 million, up to 19 in incentives. Fellas, when you first, I'm going to you first, Cody. When you first saw the news, Chad, I don't know how you feel about Aaron Rodgers, but Cody, I know how Cody feels. Let me ask you, do you think this, I think we all saw the writing on the wall, but do you think this puts the Steelers in a better position than they were with Mason Rudolph? Let me ask that first. Go ahead.
If you just look at it from talent perspective, of course you're going to say yes. But the first thing that came to mind when I saw this officially sign, I know we were all speculating for like a month or two.
Yeah,
is the Steelers will go 6-11. The Steelers are going to have a terrible season. Aaron Rodgers will be the demise of Mike Tomlin and get him fired. And the Steelers are going to be set back like another 10 years, less like Aaron Rodgers does to every franchise, It's just how it's going to happen. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is not positive for your franchise at this point in his career. He does not bring enough for the antics that he brings and the drama and behind the scenes, all that he causes. And then he brings like 6 of his boys that haven't won with him in 10 years too. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? So I don't know, bro. I can't understand why the Steelers, who I thought, previously was a more smarter franchise of some of the franchises, but this is a very dumb move, I feel like, that they made, and I just don't see it working out well at all.
Okay, real quick on the comments. Pierre, thank you for being here, brother. Make sure, since I see you on Facebook, make sure if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, you subscribe, please. I will thank you with, I'll yell thank you. I'll shout you out, whatever you want, dude. Scary Terry should get paid for the reason you said. He held it down through it all and still produced. Yep, I agree. Chad, when it comes to the Aaron Rodgers situation, do you agree with Cody? Because I do, but don't. But I'll elaborate in a little bit.
Well, no, not to that extreme extent.
That's Cody for you. Yeah, he doesn't like Aaron Rodgers.
I still think there's potential left there.
Mhm.
I feel like he can with the offensive line and a solid wide receiver group and a good running back. He can't just do it by himself, but I feel like if he had a good group around him, I feel like he can do it. I do feel like the Steelers get 8, 9 games this year. I mean,
Okay.
that's normal, but it's normal for that's normal for the Steelers, but
Yeah.
I do think they're above what they're I say above below 500. You know, I think they get 9, 10 games. Let's not say 8.
Okay. So I understand where you're coming from, Cody, because of the New York debacle. But we got to remember, like you said, and I'll also give you credit where it's due and kind of steelman your position. When it comes to, like you said, with Pittsburgh, they are a well-run organization compared to where Aaron Rodgers just went to and left, got fired. He didn't leave. He got fired. Was the Jets. The Jets are the Jets. The Jets, it's not Aaron Rodgers that set them back. They've been set back for years, a decade. I don't think they got a playoff win since 2007 or something crazy like that. So Aaron Rodgers isn't the reason this
But didn't
team.
Rodgers try the same thing to try to set back the Packers, right?
I don't think. What do you mean by set back?
Like try to the whole scandals and all that he pulled like his last 4 years or so on the Packers, you know.
Well, remember,
and
last 4 years, 2 of those MVP. So
I mean, we're not worried about that. That's just the fan voting, right?
Yeah,
Come
right
on.
on. Right. But the last 2, it was just because he didn't feel as if he was being respected by the organization. Because after Devontae Adams, he wanted something else. He said, yo, I'd want another receiver. And they kept going defense. And then the last straw had to be, of course, them drafting Jordan Love instead of getting a receiver in that round. I'm not saying it's justifiable for Aaron Rodgers to be the way he is off the field. Not saying that at all. But I don't think he is like a cancer, if you will, for an organization. The Jets, it's going to seem that way, but the Jets are the Jets. The Jets suck. They absolutely suck. They've been sucking. They will continuously suck until something changes with management. The owner's absolutely crazy. And now we see, even when everybody was saying that, and you heard me defend, Aaron Rodgers is the reason why Robert Saleh is fired. We're all seeing now that that's not the reason. The owner is just a absolute twit, and he fired the guy in the middle of the season and thought that would be a good idea. That's it. So I think him going to an organization that is well run, well respected, has a winning culture versus the Jets. Jets don't have a winning culture. They can't even spell winning culture. The Steelers is a perfect fit for a guy in his 40s that towards the latter half of last year, he played much better than the first, as we all kind of understood. The guy coming off of an Achilles tear, right? You're going to play better as the season progresses. Now, I will disagree with you, Chad, on weapons. Coaching,
right, I was
sure.
gonna say that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, come on.
You got DK Metcalf, and tell me the other receiver that's going to be a viable option. That's where I do push back a little bit, and I am interested to see how the season pans out. But you do have a guy in DK Metcalf. You have a better, not by much, a better offensive line in Pittsburgh. The defense has the culture of Mike Tomlin. I just think all in all, for a 41, 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers, this is the best option for him for both. For him to not end off on the Jets and have that taste in our mouth, like, oh man, what a fall off, where he can end his career like in the sunset. Well, we'll get on that. And also Pittsburgh, they have been winning 8, 9, 10 games with mediocre quarterback play. Again, you could say what you want about Aaron Rodgers, and I've defended it because the stats are the stats. sure, he didn't have an Aaron Rodgers 40-plus touchdown, 5 interception year, but he didn't have a bad year. He had a better year than a lot of the quarterbacks that people love. He had a better
Okay.
year than that.
Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all are Pats fans, so when the Bucks signed Tom Brady at 40 or whatever he was, I don't remember how old he was. Y'all knew, the Bucks knew, we're signing Tom Brady because Tom Brady could still win us a Super Bowl, right? It wasn't even a question. It was understood that Tom Brady was still that level. So I don't think y'all think Aaron Rodgers is capable of that level anymore, right? So why the hell are we signing a 40-year-old quarterback anywhere that can't do that? If it ain't a Super Bowl, why the hell is Aaron Rodgers coming to my team?
Well, because their issue is they have yet to win a playoff game since the early 2000 portion. Like they haven't went into a playoff
It's been
win
like
drought.
15 years.
Right. Since they won their first playoff game in the 70s. It hasn't been this long of a playoff win drought. So I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. I don't think this is bringing Aaron Rodgers makes them a Super Bowl contender. No. But it definitely possibly can get them over that hump where we get into playoffs, depending on matchups, and we can win a playoff game. With that defense, the offensive line, and if Aaron Rodgers plays like the latter half, Aaron Rodgers, it can work. Am I saying that's going to work? We'll get there when we do our way too early predictions. But I don't think 6-11. I'll tell you that. Yeah, definitely not. I don't see that.
No, TJ Watt, it might be worse.
Oh, what? Yo, that's not in question. I think they're going to get this done. But yeah, no TJ Watt. We're having a totally different discussion. This is when I said I'll steel man your position on Pittsburgh acting different, because what they did in the offseason was very uncharacteristic. They signed DK Metcalf and give him a contract. It's not like they signed him for a year. They gave him an extension on his contract because he wasn't being utilized by Seattle correctly. But you also, as a franchise, weren't utilizing George Pickens correctly. So you ship him off and you bring in a guy that wasn't you.
The adult form diva.
that part definitely doesn't make. Also with the quarterback stuff, it's like, okay, we're just going to let Aaron Rodgers call the shots and not the extras that he did with New York, but when he's going to show up. Like, okay, he told us he's going to be our quarterback. Whatever. We'll just wait it out. That's not a Pittsburgh thing either. So I give you that, and that's where your point can be found correct at the end of the year, and you're the genius. Because, okay, they did a lot of uncharacteristic things, and boom, it blew up in their face. I just don't think that's likely to happen just because of the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think they, again, were more desperate for a guy in Aaron Rodgers, older Aaron Rodgers, just because of we haven't won a playoff game. We are always making the playoffs, and we keep losing the first game. Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback out of the last quarterbacks we've had since prime Big Ben. You know what I mean? So I think that's where they're looking at. And next year's draft class, quarterback-wise, I heard is pretty deep. Like they have a couple of guys that they can go get. Let's see real quick. Brandon, thank you for being here, brother. Justin Fields has to be both a Bears quarterback and a Jets quarterback. Poor bastard.
That's sad, though.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
I mean, it's like Baker. He was fucking Browns and Panthers. That's pretty bad.
Fairmouth and DK and pick Gabe Davis, and they're good. Well, yeah, that's also a plus. Like with the contract that he chose to receive, again, they're going to be cutting a lot of guys in the coming weeks. That cap space can be relocated to a wide receiver too. Could be. Again, that's if they're smart about it. We'll see. Pierre, the goal is to win a Super Bowl every year. Rodgers won't be bringing the Steelers one this year. Sell some tickets with Rodgers' name and try to get Will Howard some knowledge from Rodgers.
Right.
Could be. Will Howard is their rookie that they picked up. Doesn't seem promising to me, but you never know. Rodgers could have completed the prophecy if he just went to the Vikings. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Okay.
He thinks he's Tom Brady, though.
He wants to be, and he'll never be.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm in love. Yeah, he'll never be.
Rumor is Rodgers.
He's not. He's not. You got it. That takes a lot from me. Rumor is Rodgers secretly married Belichick's girlfriend, and they didn't tell anyone. Okay, Brandon. You got to damn facts, Cody, exactly what I'm saying. Probably doesn't not an Aaron Rodgers fan. Since the Vikings refused to complete the prophecy, the NFC North cursed. Okay, Brandon, you got something. I respect it, dude. Maybe, but I doubt it. NFC North, I think, is going to be the toughest division in football. Last thing on news, and then we'll get into our top 7. J.K. Dobbins signing with the Denver Broncos for a steal. J.K. Dobbins coming off of 1,000+ yards, scrimmage yards, and a healthy-ish season. He pulled his hamstring towards the end, and you saw the Chargers' run game completely go away. They did not have a run game after J.K. Dobbins, injury-prone or not, he was – Jesus. Yeah, tell your dog to chill out, all right? I don't respect that. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, J.K. Dobbins last year had a resurgence. It was beautiful to watch because you saw the burst back. You saw the holes open. Everything that could go right for JK other than at the end of the year went right. So I think Denver Broncos bringing in all this talent in the offseason, sticking with Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, and company, I think this is a huge and underrated move by the Denver Broncos. I think this puts them over an edge. Now, what's that edge? We'll talk about it later on the Way Too Early series. But did y'all like, love, hate the J.K. Dobbins signing with Denver? Tell me why.
You're on mute.
You're on mute, Chet.
My bad. I said, well, I was trying to say, I love it. Me and you talked about it earlier, Milton. The Broncos really didn't have any consistent runners over there. And we know J.K. Dobbins is that man who you can hand the rock to 25, 30 times a game, and he's going to push until the end. I feel like it's a relief off of Bo. So I'm really excited to see. It's one of those questions I have for this season that I'm really going to be looking out for.
What you think, Cody? When this happened, do you think it's obviously a positive for Denver? I think we could all agree on that. But how good or better does it make Denver, do you think?
I don't know. That will depend on his health, I think, just how it turns out long term. I think Dobbins, we all know, is pretty versatile too, so they can use him in a good amount of ways. It just will all teeter on his health. But if he stays healthy, bro, this was a great pickup, especially at the price. It doesn't kill them in the long run either. I think it's just a 1-year deal, right? So
yep.
I liked it all around.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, let's get into – do you think we should start off with linebackers or linebacking core or running backs?
Running backs.
Running backs. Let's do it. So we are doing our top 7 running backs of 2025-2026 season. Of course, again, let's go ahead and premise this by saying this. This is what we gathered from last year, what we gathered from years prior, what we gathered from skill set, and also off-season. As far as are they in a new environment, what has been added to the team, the off-season, but also, of course, it is a bit of speculation. So we are trying to foresee the 2025-2026 season, and these are who, in our opinion, will have a top 7 year. So nobody come for us if we don't say your favorite running back, and they're a top 7 running back, like objectively. That's not the list we're doing. We are completely trying to foresee the future and put our genie cap on. Yeah, that's what we're doing, dude. All right. So I'm going to give okay. All right. Man, he really messed me up in fantasy. I really wasted anyways. All right, let's move on. Let me give a couple of honorable mentions. Guys, you can do this as well if you want to. You do not have to. Honorable mention for this upcoming season. I think these guys are sleepers, and they could have a top 7 year. I just don't think they will. I have DeAndre Swift, just because Ben Johnson, one, the scheme he brings over there, it's new and it's unproven, but again, speculating. And then also when DeAndre Swift had his 2nd overall best receiving year, the offensive coordinator was in Detroit, and it was Ben Johnson. So I think he'll bring that over there, and DeAndre Swift will have he had a good year last year, but he'll have an even better year this year. At number 9, I had not number 9, another honorable mention. I have Chuba Hubbard. I think he's a slept-on guy that's constantly just getting better and better and better. And I think he can definitely surprise some folks as well. And lastly, on the honorable mention, I got Kenneth Walker. What is it, third?
You almost made my list too.
He's right. He could. I mean, talent for talent, he's a talented back. 1, injuries constantly derail the season for him. That's 1. Right. 2, you're sharing the backfield, especially if you get injured again with the upcomer and Zach Charbonnet. Mm-hmm. But as far as where he can rise to the cream of the crop is Kubiak is going over there. I was high on the Saints because Kubiak went over there. And in the beginning, it looked well. Alvin Kamara, when healthy, looked very good. And when the offensive line was playing well, it looked very good. I think they upgraded the offensive line good enough where he can really have a breakout year if healthy. Now, my top 7 running backs of 2025-2026 season in order. At number 7, Bucky Irving. At number 6, Josh Jacobs. Number 5, Jamar Gibbs. Number 4, Saquon Barkley. Number 3, Bijan Robinson. Number 2, don't call it a comeback, C-Mac. And number 1 running back of next year, well, this upcoming year, I believe is going to be Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, give me your top 3 again. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Number 1, Derrick Henry, then C-Mac, then Bijan.
You got C-Mac in top 3.
Yeah.
I thought I heard that.
I understand. Don't get me wrong, the pushback. Oh, is it going to stay healthy? Fair enough, dude. But if he does, guess who's going to be a top 3 running back?
I think you got caught in the thing I get caught in too sometimes is the player's talent be so good, you kind of push aside the predicting. You're like, fuck, if it doesn't matter, his talent's going to have him. I got to put him top 3, top 5, you know?
Yeah, and I think he's primed for it. Like, the last 2 years, he was dealing with little nagging injuries, not like detrimental injuries, nagging injuries. And I think don't get me wrong, the offensive line isn't great, but Trent Williams re-signed, and he's healthy. How long? We'll see. Brock Purdy, them signing the key guys, Fred Warner, Brock Purdy, George Kittle, I think it's just going to help. And then also what played a factor in him making a top 3 for me is the schedule, or lack of.
That's fair.
There's the teams that they're playing. Yeah, I think C-Mac's going to have a nice little year on. The same thing with Brock. That's why he even made that list too. So,
where did you have Henry at?
Number 1. I think he's going to be the best running back next year.
And Barkley?
Barkley, I had him number 4. Not because of what a lot of people are saying. I watched like this one thing and it said, well, if he gets 300 carries, there's no way he could keep it up. Yes, he can. He's never.
Oh, yeah, he can.
That's a bad argument. So not because of that. I just think they are going to be forced, which can be good for Philly. Don't get me wrong. And good for Jalen Hurts, especially proving guys like me wrong. I think they're going to be forced to throw it more. They're going to force like, all right, last year we saw what the heck happened. That's not happening again. I don't care. We're not allowing that. All right, Jalen, you want to be considered a top 5, top 6 quarterback? All right, go ahead and do it. Do it. We'll let you do it. Go ahead. Let's see it. Which he could. I'm not saying he can't, but that's why I have him so low, I guess you could say. That's all. Real quick. Let me go to Joe's comment. Derrick Henry needs 2K. If he does, homie gets an Adam Sandler. Oh, yeah. I saw that too. That did not play a part, but it now does. So thank you. Now does. Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard, the tandem is going to be good next year. Yeah, but you're hyping up Rico Dowdle. He's not that good. Sorry. All right. Ex-Cowboy. Yeah, he's not that good, dude. All right. Do y'all have any pushback before I move on to any of y'all's list?
Just the CMC thing.
Okay, fair. Just how high he is or being in the top 7 in general?
Yeah, I say how high he is for sure. I mean, I guess if he creeps in top 7, maybe, but yeah, he's definitely way too high, top 3.
Because of injury?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, it's a guarantee almost at this point.
Well, come on. I hope not. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, same thing, fellas. Whenever I'll push it on Chad, you'll be next, and then Cody, I'll save you for last, brother. Whenever you do your introduction for clipping purposes, your top 7 running backs of whatever year, and just go 7 to 1. If you have any honorable mentions, it's good to say them now. And then again, when you're ready, do it so I can make it a short. Yeah. Go. Chad, it's on you, dude.
Okay, so my top 7 running backs for the upcoming season. Well, let's start off with some honorable mentions. Milton, you kind of aced it with the honorable mentions, so I'm gonna just say Ashton Genty. That's my honorable mention. He has a grade coming out the draft that only a few running backs have had coming out the draft in the last 10 to 15 years.
Mhm.
So I feel like his potential is very high,
Yep.
very very high. He doesn't have a very good offensive line, but it's Ashton Genty we're talking about.
Yeah. And it's better than what some people are saying. I said that when he first got drafted. A little more research, not that bad. Go ahead.
For 7, I have James Cook.
Mm.
For 6, I have Bucky Irvin. For 5, I have Gibbs. For 4, I have C-Mac. For 3, I have Bijan. And 1 and 2, they're interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I think is going to actually have the better season? I'll say Barkley. So I'll probably put him 1, and then Derek 2.
Okay.
Dang, Barkley's going to have back-to-back.
Yeah, bro. Defense is too good. I mean, they didn't lose too many pieces. I feel like they're going to come back and yeah, bro.
I think they lost a couple pieces. They gained some from the draft, but secondary-wise, they got Vic Fangio, so that might help them. But Darius Slay, Gardner Johnson, those are 2 big pieces, which they can fill, but it's to be determined, I'll say. James Cook made your top 7. The weird actually, he's not holding out. I respect that. Him not getting his contract and all that, you don't think that plays a factor in it, or what made you put James Cook in here?
No, I don't think that plays a factor. No.
Okay.
At least not on the upcoming season of how his performance will be. But just his grade, I was looking at grades on all the players and what they've done over the past few seasons and what the potential is coming up on this season, and his grade was too high to not to put him in the top 7. And I know what he can do, not only on the ground, but what he can do when Josh Allen actually decides to throw the ball to him, and he gets a lot of receptions. So I do feel like he's gonna, if not Rashad White or Bucky Irvin, as far as the passing goes for running backs, I feel like he'll be right next.
Are you at a rave or something?
Yeah,
bro?
what are you?
That's what it's turned into, brother. That's what it's turned into.
Cody, you read my mind. After a couple, I said, "Yo, what's going on?" But all right, respectable list. I'm not mad at it.
No pushback.
No pushback. I don't.
Yeah, James Cook he could definitely have a top 7 season. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
Again, we're very similar. The only difference is you got James Cook, I got Josh Jacobs. Both of them, who knows? So fair enough. I ain't mad at that, dude. Let me see. I'll say this. Last year, everybody, and I get it, don't get me wrong, but as a pure runner, I think Derrick Henry had a better year than Saquon. I don't think that's that crazy. As a pure runner, I ain't saying he had a better year than him. He didn't.
I mean, you wouldn't say that if they gave Saquon 10 more carries.
But he already had 10 more carries. He had more carries than
No.
Henry.
I'm saying literally gave him 10 more. He would have broke Dickerson's record. You know what I'm saying? So then you wouldn't be saying that same thing.
Yeah, but even if you gave, and this is again a what if, and it's not good with the debate, but if you gave Derrick Henry the same amount of carries, he have the same or more yards.
Yards for
per
sure.
carry. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm just saying, as a pure runner, forget the stats. Stats included. I just think Derrick Henry was the better runner. Not just because of that. But with the line, the offensive line for Baltimore is not bad by any means, but it ain't Saquon
For sure.
at all whatsoever. But also, again, you could flip it my way and refute me by saying, well, Lamar gives Derrick Henry a nice little opening. But yeah.
And also, we gotta understand that Derrick Henry is he's much bigger than Saquon. So
Yeah.
a lot of times I see him like asking to get taken out of the game. You can see him with his hands on his hips on the sideline.
Mhm.
So I mean, I feel like that also plays a factor. They don't want him to get hurt again.
Yeah, right on. Okay, so the glass. Hold on. Brandon's funny. So the glasses are to help with the flashing lights. Brandon, good call. I think so.
All I hear is
What was
Kanye
that?
when he said that.
What was that?
Flashing lights.
Why it look like Chad having a photo shoot? Everybody's getting on you. Why it look like Chad having a photo shoot? Yeah. What? I don't know what was going on, but yeah, good call. I saw it again. There it is. Is your light going out?
Yeah, I think I have the wrong cord.
Okay. That makes sense. Right on. All right. Joe, I'll announce yours after Cody. Cody, do your spill. Go ahead.
All right. This is my top 7 running back prediction for the upcoming 2025 NFL season. At number 7, I got Ashton Genty. I know y'all got him in the honorable mentions, but he's gonna make it. He's gonna show out. It's gonna be his rookie year. It might be, maybe his best year. You never know how sometimes that goes with running back. So my number 6, I got Bucky Irving. My number 5, I got Josh Jacobs. My number 4, I got Bijan. My number 3, I got Gibbs. My number 2, I got Henry. And my number 1, I got Saquon again.
All right. Gibbs. I don't know why I thought you were gonna put Gibbs at 1. I said he's gonna run with his. But okay, right on. And he could, by the way, but as far as scrimmage yards, Gibbs is a killer.
I already won that battle.
Yeah, you did. You did. Fair enough. You did. You got me beat. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't have any pushback. Genty, he could, of course. He has the talent. He legitimately has no competition in the backfield for him.
He has no quarterback. I mean,
well, Gino's gonna throw it a lot. Gino with Pete Carroll, with Chip Kelly, a Chip Kelly offense. I think again he possibly could have one of these years, but I think that's going to benefit him. Actually, I think Gino's going to be slinging it, and yeah, they're going to not load the box, and he's going to have opportunities to make great plays.
He's going to look like Marshawn Lynch for Pete Carroll.
Okay, maybe not. Yeah. All right, he's pushing it. He hasn't ran yet in the NFL. Let's chill a little bit. But all right, let me put out Joe's list. His top 7, the Sports Mailman's top 7. I need some sunglasses.
Uh-oh.
All right. Sports Mailman.
Okay.
Top 7. That's all I did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. These are like really cheap ones, but it was, I think I was at SeaWorld. It's like a cop. I was at SeaWorld and the sun was killing the whole time I was just like this. So I had to get these stupid things. But all right. Sports Mailman's top 7 running backs of 2025-2026 season. At number 7, James Cook. Number 6, Josh Jacobs. Number 5, CMC. Number 4, Bijan Robinson. Number 3, Derrick Henry. 2, Jamar Gibbs. And 1, Saquon Barkley. So y'all think Saquon? Okay, I get it because their offensive line is still great. You think the same scheme is going to work though? That's my.
It's too unstoppable.
Yeah,
and the Eagles would be anything other than smart if they don't feed Saquon.
Okay, I'm not mad at you. Cody, give me some names that we haven't said that possibly can have a top 7 year. Well, you think I got one more, and this is kind of an easy one. Jonathan Taylor. I think Jonathan Taylor could easily it's still Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
they're gonna need him. So, and he only played a full 13 games, yet he still had 300 plus carries. So if he plays 15, they're gonna.
What's his name on the Rams? Could
Okay,
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams. Yeah, get that fumbling problem fixed. He'll be all right. He's a great running back. I agree. That fumbling issue he got is gonna really piss Sean McVay off. All right. Okay. Cool. Now we're getting into the top 7 linebacking core. Now, when you're looking at 3-4s versus 4-3s, all I'm trying to look for is like the inside linebackers. Well, how did you phrase it, Cody?
the Bobby Wagners.
That's it. Those are the linebackers I'm talking about. All right. If you freaking bring up TJ Watt, because people forget, they think like TJ Watt's a defensive end. No, the scheme he plays for, he is a linebacker, which is stupid. He barely goes in coverage. Danielle Hunter, linebacker. Is he? Not really. So, yeah. We'll do our top 7 linebacking core of 2025-2026 season. Let me bring up I'll give a couple shout outs just so they don't feel left out or people don't think I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, and this is just individual players. Bobby Okereke, I think he is a top 7 linebacker. The Giants, everybody, are not a top 7 linebacking core. He's great. Fantastic. He's a great player by himself. That's it. Also, a big shout out to I can't say his first name, Edgerrin Cooper from the Green Bay Packers. He had a phenomenal season, and he is definitely creeping up to be a top of the echelon of linebackers. But guess what? Your group isn't that great. So they didn't make the list, but you're a great linebacker. So I just put that out there as well. Okay, now my top 7 linebacking core of the 2025-2026 season. Linebacking core teams. At number 7, the Philadelphia Eagles. At number 6, that's going to ruffle some feathers. At number 6, the New York Jets. At number 5, the Washington Commanders. At number 4, the Chicago Bears. Number 3, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 2, the Denver Broncos. And I think the top linebacking core of this upcoming year is going to be Buffalo Bills, as much as it pains me to say.
They will.
But Bills, you're still going to fail when it matters most. All right. Wow. Well, yeah, I can't. Patriot fan, dude. We can't give Buffalo that much credit. All right, sorry. Y'all got any pushback? I know you do, but tell me what. Oh, honorable mention real quick. Honorable mention teams. Jacksonville, Detroit, Minnesota. I think all 3 can easily be within the top 7.
Jacksonville.
Hey, man. Yeah. The linebacking core. I ain't saying the team. Aloha Khan, and I can't. What's the other guy's name? Chad, help me out.
You said who?
The Jacksonville Jaguars. Not Aloha Khan, the other guy.
Oh, you talking about Devin Lloyd?
Thank you. Devin Lloyd is a mother. So I think they could. It's just I think they're not going to be looked at as a top 7. So I hesitated and I just took them off. Because at first they were there. But Detroit, Jack Campbell, Anzalone, of course, that's a safe pick. But I just don't.
You had
think
Vikings?
As an honorable mention.
As an honorable mention, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't remember if you said Vikings 3rd or what. Who'd you say 3rd?
Number 3, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Vikings, they have it. It could happen, but I can't think of his name off the top. Ivan Pace Jr. A great talent, but last year against the pass, it was terrible. So that's only I can see the progression happening, but I just couldn't put them in a top 7. Pushback? I heard some wows, so come on, talk to me.
Jets kind of wild, but they have talent. It's just they never put it together.
Yeah, you can make a case for the Jets.
Yeah, it's just their linebacking core is with Sherwood, Quincy Williams. It's stout, and they normally always play very, very well together. With what's his name? The new head coach. What's the new head coach's name?
For who? Sorry, my bad.
Jets. It was the defense coordinator for Detroit.
Yeah, I don't know his name. I know what you're
What?
talking about. I see his face though.
Well, yeah. The defensive coordinator now for the Jets.
You talking
Even
about
though
Aaron
he-
Glenn?
Thank you, Aaron Glenn. So Aaron Glenn, he worked very well with the linebacking core in Detroit, so I think that helps. Also, he's bringing over Steve Wilkes, where Steve Wilkes, I mean, up and down, up and down, up and down, but he's typically always has a good linebacking core, a good run-stopping team, typically. So I think that will assist with this linebacking core, especially they're younger than. I wish they didn't get rid of C.J. Mosley, but it is what it is. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, you mentioned it. No, C.J. Mosley is going to show for the Jets. He was a leader for him. Yeah, but Sherwood's just a younger version. He learned under C.J. Mosley. I think they'll be fine. But I do agree. I don't think they should have got rid of him. He was still playing very well.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Well, Chad, again, same thing. You just say the top seven linebacker core, blah, 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 and just 7 to 1. Honorable mention, say for later. Or you could do it right now.
Okay. Well, this is Smoothie's top 7 linebacker groups of 2025-26 season. Let's start with the honorable mentions. Y'all might not like this, but I'm gonna give the Dolphins honorable mention. They have 2 top 20, top 25 linebackers. Everybody else, you have Jalen Ramsey and
He's gone.
oh, so you don't have
He's
Jalen
gone.
Ramsey and you have the other guys still. So I mean, they're still the stats that they put up and how they can stop the run is very eye opening. But that's the only honorable mention I have. Let's hop into it. Okay, so number 7, I have the Jags. Number 6, I have the Eagles. Number 5, I have the Broncos. Number 4, y'all might not like this, but I have the 49ers.
Fred Warner.
Number 3, we got the Chiefs. Number 2, we have the Bills. And number 1, we have the Washington Commanders.
I like that actually. That's a good risk take, but it really could happen. The Commanders do have it nice.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Luvu and Bobby Wagner. Only reason why they weren't higher is because Bobby Wagner's age, not his play.
Oh wow.
So yeah, well, he's getting older. I'm eventually it's gonna happen.
He
I don't
like
know.
36, right?
He hasn't showed any signs of.
You're right.
You know.
You're right. That's why I'm not mad at you having them at number 1. Also, I should have put them as an honorable mention. Kansas City. You're right. Leo Chenal and Nick Bolton for sure are top guys, and they're young. So it's just Nick Bolton just stays getting hurt. That's where I had
But his backup is good too.
hesitancy.
His backup is.
It's not top 7 worthy. That's where I was. It's not top 7 worthy. But Nick Bolton and Leo, 100%. But yeah, I like that list. San Francisco, though, you got to break it down. Why?
Fred Warner. That's
Warner.
it.
Bro. There's nothing else to say, brother.
Just because of him, come on.
There's nothing else to say. He can play in the middle by himself. He just
It's Fred Warner and his pockets because he just got paid. So he's going to be playing with a fire under his. Yeah. Okay. Denver being so low, I do have a problem with that. How? Denver Singleton, before he got hurt the last year, he put up top 5, top 6, top 7 linebacking numbers. Now you bring over Drake Greenlaw, which again is a top 10 linebacker, especially of his position, even top 5 of his position, but overall linebacker probably top 10. Tell me, why are they number 5?
Yeah, they have Singleton, but I have too many questions around Greenlaw. He's too sassy for me.
Okay. Whoa. All right. Well, Nick Bolton's pretty sassy, but all right, whatever. That's cool.
That's true.
It's not Greenlaw.
Richie. Okay.
Richie,
Richie Rich in the
my
building.
boy.
What's up, brother? Let's see. Okay. Philly, Jacksonville. Let's see who you left off. Chicago. Why not?
Chicago was right there, bro. They were I would say they were. I actually took them off my list. Who did I think I took them off my list for 7. So they were 8, and I had the Dolphins on my list too, but I took them off.
Okay. And Pittsburgh. Why not?
I don't.
Pittsburgh, I mean, Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen.
Yeah, Patrick Queen, but I didn't look too much into the other guy. I knew they had Patrick Queen, but Patrick Queen is definitely a top inside linebacker, top 5. But I don't know about the other guy.
Peyton, he's young talent, and he hasn't. If you're watching, if you get bored, watch him. But yeah, I think he's going to be a huge up.
Is he a rookie? Second year?
Second. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a very, very good linebacker. Overall, like he can do everything. So okay, let us. Bobby Butcher. Is that Wagner's nickname or something? Do y'all know?
Negative.
Who the heck is that? Who is
You
it?
don't know who that is?
Come on, could you stop the suspense? Just tell me who
No.
it is.
I don't know either. I was asking genuinely. I was asking you.
You asked in a. All right, whatever. Okay. Cody, go ahead and do your spill and line it up.
All right, my top 7 linebacking core for 2025 NFL season will go as number 7, Minnesota Vikings, number 6, Chicago Bears, number 5, the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 4, the Denver Broncos, number 3, the Baltimore Ravens, number 2, the Washington Commanders, and number 1, the Buffalo Bills.
Baltimore, tell me why. I don't like it.
You
Immediately.
don't like the Baltimore?
Well, of course, Roquan. I got that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why. It's the Fred Warner effect.
Damn it.
Okay.
You know, I can take that route now.
I bet you will take it. I bet you will take it because you did the same. All right. Well, whatever. Roquan and Fred Warner, top 2 linebackers of our age. So fair
For
enough.
sure.
I give them
My
respect.
honorable mention will be the Texans, though. Christian Harris
course.
coming back. The Texans going to look a lot better.
I think y'all should.
For sure.
Him, Aziz Al-Shir, and
Mhm.
Tua. I can't say his last name. Tua.
To a Toto or something like that. Yeah.
Crazy
Tutu.
last name. I hope he's great because the name is great. But yeah, I think y'all could definitely be sleepers. We'll just see. We'll see. I'm not. Christian Harris coming off of the injury. He won before he got injured. He was rising
real
up.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see. Y'all could be. I'm not against it completely. Let's do a funny one. Who's the worst linebacking core? Just off the dome. I'm trying to think right now too.
Patriots.
Whoa,
Shut-
bro,
okay,
what
all
do
right.
you mean?
Shut your mouth, dude. What's going on? We got. We're good, man. We're good.
I don't know, dude.
Panthers?
Yeah, it'd be something like that. Panthers or Saints or something. No, I don't know.
No,
Nah,
not Saints.
Still Demarius. Yeah, they still got Demarius Davis.
Yeah.
He's a dog. I got to give him credit.
Probably say the Cowboys.
The Giants, I mean,
Panthers.
they just got Bobby, like you were saying. The Giants got bad squad in general.
I wouldn't say the only reason why I wouldn't say the Cowboys is one.
Cowboys, that's not
The guy they just picked up from the Chargers, he's good. And Overshown, when he comes back, you act like Overshown wasn't just doing this. And also Matt Eberflus going over there being the DC, he is the linebacking coach. He is a linebackers coach. So I just doubt that they'll play bad. Just saying. I can't think of the. Yeah, whatever. He's not that important. But if I had to say worse linebacking core, maybe I like the Panthers. Yeah, they suck. Yeah, probably the Panthers. Or maybe Arizona. They have like Mac Wilson Sr.
The
and
Colts.
nobody. They still got what's his name?
Jair Franklin.
Zaire
Yeah,
Franklin.
he's like top 25, maybe.
Maybe.
You know what? Maybe the
maybe.
Colts. Yeah, maybe
The
the Colts
Colts
because Zaire. I
Goodness
wouldn't say
gracious.
that. I wouldn't. He's a Texan fan. It's all right. Zaire Franklin didn't suck, but one, his coverage is terrible, and they don't have another linebacker that can cover. So that's fair. Okay. All right. Nah, I couldn't do it. Maybe they're getting there. Cincy.
They're up there too. For
Logan
sure.
Wilson is cold, but they just lost their other. Well,
Yeah, that's a
their
good pick.
their
All right,
other
guys, make your top
linebacker.
7 worse. No.
Nah, I'm not doing. Oh,
No.
if you just, I gotta really. Cause I don't want to. I don't want to diss anybody, and they're necessarily the worst. Let's see. I would definitely say. Let me look at the Cardinals real quick.
Yeah, I was thinking the Cardinals too. Cardinals.
Yeah, the
I
Cardinals
don't
for
even-
sure. The Cardinals for sure. Mac Wilson Sr., Akeem Davis Gaither. Yeah, they could. Baron Browning. Yeah, they're one of the worst. I'd say that's worse than any of the teams you named and y'all named just because they don't have. Again, Zaire Franklin is not a great linebacker, but he's good. The Giants have Bobby Okereke. The Cowboys, I don't know if he's not playing this year, then the Cowboys should be there ish. If Overshown's playing, nah. Overshown is showing too much promise. Kenneth Murray, senior or junior, is who they picked up. And he's a young talent. He's pretty good. Against the run, at least.
Has anyone signed Mosley yet?
Nah.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I think, I don't know, man. It's age for sure. But his play didn't drop off last year.
No, he
played
still
fine.
played good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't.
Through all
Age-
that trash.
Yeah, trash can worth of a freaking franchise. The team's absolutely terrible. Okay, let's go into Joe's linebacking core list. I didn't even look at it,
Okay.
and I totally disagree. Well, not totally, but I
Damn.
disagree.
You got it, right?
Yeah, I got it right here. It's the Sports Mailman's top 7 linebacking core of 2025-2026. Number 7, the Houston Texans. Number 6, the Baltimore Ravens. Number 5, the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 4, the Chicago Bears. Number 3, the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings. Number 2, the Denver Broncos. And number 1, the Bills. So obviously 1 and 2, I have the same thing. But Vikings being that high, dude, I think you are tripping. I think you're tripping, dude. I don't.
Top 3 probably, but
Top
top
7's
7
fine.
is
Yeah,
arguable for sure.
Top 7's fine. Again, they barely missed my top 7. It was only because pace last year, which can change.
Mm-hmm.
His passing defense was absolutely. He got torched every time they targeted him. He just got torched, and that's not always a linebacking issue. It's just okay. The scheme called for this open zone area, especially Brian Flores kind of defense. So it couldn't have not been all his fault. But yeah, so I'm not mad at them being top 7, but 3. It's kind of crazy to me. Let's see. Oh, okay. Y'all didn't have Cody. Why didn't you have Philly?
I didn't have Philly because I think they were in the same boat kind of as Minnesota. Just kind of on that verge. I could have swapped them with Minnesota. So
Okay.
they're not really top 5 for me.
Brandon, are you a Texan fan or are you trolling this guy?
That was yeah.
D'Amico Teagan, EJ Speed pass coverage. EJ Speed, ain't he on the Colts? Are you being funny? Is that the joke? Because he can't cover? I think that's the joke. I think EJ Speed's in the Colts. Or maybe if he left and went to y'all, that's disrespectful. That's kind of crazy, actually. Okay.
No, he's on the Texans.
EJ Speed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, he just left the Colts for y'all. That's cool. Let y'all in. Well, they got a new defensive coordinator, too, so we'll see.
D'Amico teach them all how to play that good defense.
Especially a linebacker who's better to teach you than a guy that made it at his level. All right, fellas. Well, that's running back and linebacking core. If y'all got something, hit me with it. But I got over all the news are done. Linebacking core is done. Top 7 running backs are done. I'm done. I'm just kidding.
With all of y'all.
No. Let me see. Next week we are way too early series. Not that. Right. Okay. Yeah, I was wrestling with this one because I was gonna do, but it just didn't make sense. Maybe next year we'll do it because I'll make it make more sense. I was gonna do running backs, but then run stopping defense. So who in yardage allowed against the run and scoring and all that, who's going to be the top at that, right? But then that would be more of we're breaking down the line, the linebacking core, and the safeties. You know what I mean? So I'll figure out a better way for that because I actually like that going together. Like, okay, pass catchers and pass rush, runners and run stopping. I like that going together, but that'll be like a next year thing. So
Okay.
it just didn't make sense. We already went over safeties and stuff. I was like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. But next week we'll do pass catchers and pass rushing units.
Didn't we
So-
already do wide receivers? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Now that's just been on like TikToks and a bunch of things, and we get into conversations that way, but we haven't
Okay.
actually did one yet. Okay, Joe. Kickers and special team groups.
Oh
I'm
my
not doing that.
He just
I'm not-
wants that because that's the only
Yeah, it's
thing
kicker.
Cowboys
It's
have number one in. Yep.
You got the number one kicker, dude. I give you that. You got it. You got it, dude. You
So the
got it.
pass catchers, is that going to be like a group thing too, or are we just doing one person like the running back?
it's just- no. So, what do y'all think? Because that's where I'm also
We'll do that duos thing. That was a good idea.
Yeah, that's
the duos. Yeah, not just one. Like, oh, you got this guy. No.
yeah, because I
Well,
think we all know who, I mean, it might differ like a little bit, but the top seven, we kind of all know who.
Nah, we
Then-
don't. Nah, we don't. Top two wide receivers, we all can agree on the top two. Everything else is not
It's all
agreeable
debate.
on here.
It's up for debate.
Yeah.
Not on here. None of us agree. You would think, Chad. No, we don't. No, we don't. So
Okay.
yeah. Top two, Chase, JJ. Cool. Everything else, let's talk about it. It ain't, yeah. We gotta debate it. So
I think
But yeah.
top three is understood. Chase, JJ, and AJ Brown.
okay.
Right.
Okay,
After that, we can debate.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. We
If
can
you
all
think anybody's
agree.
better than those three, you're fucking smoking.
And that's half the list right there.
Yeah, but I'm thinking with the pass catchers duo, you want to keep. We should keep it to 7 or go to 10 because since it's pass catchers and pass rushing units, I guess it just depends. Fellas, if y'all two are gonna join, just have a 10 list. Because if it's just us, or if it's only 2 or 3 people, then we're not gonna. Then we'll do all 10. But if we get more, like if Joe shows up, Jalen, Jose, then of course we'll cut it down to like 7.
Okay.
After the pass catchers and pass rushing units, Joe, yes, we're going into O lines. We're gonna do group, and now that the O line has a award, like the single O lineman, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Now now we can actually have a good conversation with that because last year it was just boring.
Trent Williams is punching the air
Why? Why is it?
because he would have won the war like a
Oh, yeah.
decade straight.
Multiple years, yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple years. But I think it's we'll see.
I'm sure it's
Duos
gonna
or-
come with bonus too and all that kind of shit.
Maybe only one duo in the league of 2, 6, 4 for receivers with gray hands. Only one duo in the leagues. That's Cincy, right?
Gotta be.
6'4". Is that Cincy, Brandon? Make sure.
I
I'm
mean,
not.
what's his name? Fast too, right?
Who?
Addison.
Yeah, he's not 6'4".
He's not. Yeah, he's small.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, true.
That's what I'm trying to 6'4". Ah, okay. Oh, you are a Houston fan. Yeah, Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins. Nico
Jaden
is again. Chad, you were in here when I was telling Cody he's out of his freaking mind. But Nico has, proven me. I used to be not a hater, but it's like, all right, chill out, or relax, let it happen again, and it happened again. So, hey,
Yeah.
He's
long as it
fighting
happens
for a
again.
top 5 spot this year.
he is. I mean, when you talk about efficiency, even though yes, the injuries is an issue, efficiency when he's on the field, not a lot of people are doing what he's doing, dude. So, yeah, no matter where you try to okay, I could think about what about this? What about separation? What about this? He's there, man. So it is, it is what it is. Even when I try to prove you wrong, it doesn't work if I'm being honest. So, all right, well, fellas, that's the show. We got to go. Nah, I'm gonna leave the rapping to y'all. I'm not with it. It's all right. It's all right.
he's a
Okay, I'm not a rapper. Okay, hold on. One more. Brandon, thank you for being here.
What would
Make sure
your
you tell
rap name
somebody.
be?
MM Dubs.
Emin
With a yeah, with a Z at the end.
Yeah.
Or yeah, that's it. I was gonna
Okay.
say that the other name, the other name
street
I used to have,
No, I'm
the,
just
the other name I used to think when I was trying to do that is totally blasphemous. So yeah, I'm not going back to that. Higgins had the lowest drop rate of guys coming out of top 10. Yeah, well, he should be good, dude. I think the Texans are set for greatness. Their team is set for Super Bowl bound stuff. It's just their offensive line. Their best offensive lineman last year is gone. Everybody else sucked. So, and they're gone too. So fair enough. But like so that's what I'll say for Texan fans. Your right tackle is Blake freaking Fisher. He was absolutely terrible last year. He was worse than Shaq Mason. He was worse than
we're gonna be swapping them out by the plays.
Get right on.
Like
I hope
in
so.
and out, boom, boom, yeah.
I hope so, dude. Because again, I get the vision D'Amico's having. I get it. I totally get it. But when everything looks great, your defense got even better. Your offense, you have more playmakers, even though Diggs and Dell. But since you lost those two, you added something at least. Nick Chubb coming over.
Yeah, I was just about to ask y'all how y'all feel about the Nick Chubb thing. What y'all think?
If he's 75% of Nick Chubb, again, it is going to be a problem stopping y'all. It's going to be a
For the
problem.
price too, 1 year with all that, that was worth it,
That's
right?
That's what I'm scared of. That's what I'm scared of. I'm like, why did he go for so low? Is he not confident, or does he think like I'm not going to be able to carry the ball 150 times out of the year? Like that's where I'm like I have questions at least. But if he's again 75% of Nick Chubb, dude, defenses are gonna be tired by the third, fourth quarter. You having Joe Mixon, him, and Dameon Pierce. Yeah, that's it's pretty rough for any defenses. Again, but it's all about your offensive line. That's it. CJ Stroud is fine. Again, I had my issues when CJ Stroud had his rookie of the year because I said, well, the stats are misleading, right? Last year he had a worse year, but guess what? I think his QBR was better. Why? Because a lot of the passes, the reason why he didn't have a good year wasn't because of him. It's everything around him. You know what I'm saying? It was collapsing around him. So that's why stats are sometimes misleading. It needs context. But I think CJ Stroud's a great quarterback. I think your receivers are fine. I think everything's good. It's just your offensive line is where something can happen. If Fisher can't cut it, Trent Brown, Irsay,
Right, that's what I'm saying. In and out.
I hope so, dude. I hope so. The Texans making a AFC championship game is good for Texas, dude. I'm cool with it. Yeah, Cowboys suck, so I'm not with the Cowboys. Texans, I got no beef against y'all. You know what I mean?
We're due
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And then Chad will be happy. Hey, Chad, if we play the Texans, who you going for?
The Patriots, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. Good.
Don't question my loyalty, man.
Yeah, all right, just making sure. Just making sure. You're right. Apologies.
It's crazy.
All right, fellas. No, I'm sorry. Well, fellas, again.
Hold on. Before we go.
Okay.
There's been there's too much Texans talk, so I just want to say a few names, a few words. Okay, so the first one I have, obviously, Patriots. Second name, Drake May. Okay. Stephon Diggs. Okay. Ramondre Stevenson. Okay, that's just the offense. And I'm gonna leave it there, bro. I just want to leave y'all off on a good note. That's it.
Who's the coach again?
Mike Vrabel. You show some respect, all right?
Thank you, Milton.
That's where we're really hyped.
I forgot y'all even got him.
That's where I'm hyped.
Thank you,
the
Milton.
offense, no problem. Mike Vrabel, you show some respect, all right?
We'll see.
Mike
I think y'all do pretty solid this year.
Hey, man, all I'm happy about seeing, and it's so hilarious, and I told you this already, Cody, Chad, I don't know if you know, we are favored in 11 games.
Yeah, that's a little.
That is
extreme.
hilarious. Last year we were favored in none. So again, I think yes, our team is better, but Mike Vrabel. It's the Mike Vrabel effect, dude. That's it.
And
Mike
and
Vrabel.
don't y'all think in retrospect it was so much better that they did start Drake May last year? Because if y'all were starting them game one this year, there's no way y'all would be favored 11 games and all that. You know what I mean? It would be a big question mark on the season. Now you know your quarterback's good, and that paid off.
Yeah, I had the right mindset because again, you saw our offensive line. It's like I didn't want any rookie quarterback. Once the Jacoby Brissett happened and all that, and they realized, okay, well, our offensive line's bad, but we can make sure they get the ball off. It's not just demonstrably terrible. It's bottom 5, but it's not bottom 2, right? Well, that's when they put him in. He did his thing, did somewhat good. He also did some bad. Don't get me wrong, but as a rookie, it's okay. I think I am confident that he can lead us to win games, not just hope the defense plays well, which
Right.
I believe it will.
Right, and to piggyback off what Milton said, I was one of those guys in the beginning of the season. I was just like, play Jacoby through the first season since you're playing him now.
Yep.
But yes, I am glad that they actually started him. I'm just glad that they started him as early as they did, because I didn't want them to start him on the back half after everybody's injured and the whole team's already in turmoil and he can't really get a feel for the game. So yeah, I'm glad they definitely started him.
Yeah,
as
they
early
started
as
him
they
like
did.
week 6 or what?
Yeah.
I think it was like
Oh
week
my
I think it
6
was
or
week
7.
5. Yeah, it was,
Beauty of it is when he did start, we still were in turmoil.
yeah.
No injuries. We just sucked. We had nobody for him. So I think Stephon Diggs, 1,000+ yards.
Are y'all cool with the Pats having Cardi B as their Taylor Swift?
No, I'm not. I don't know about Chad. I really hope she's not at a lot of games. I truly hope they don't give her a mic. I extremely hope that
She's
every
gonna
time
perform halftime.
that'll really upset me.
Nah, not even that. Look, I'm just glad Stephon's happy. I don't care anything about Cardi B. As long as Stephon's happy and he can go home and do what he got to do and come back and play games.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all that matters, bro.
If
I
being with
love
Cardi
it.
B gives him
Positive
1,200,
Stephon talk.
1,200 plus, hey, go ahead and put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. Go ahead. That's all right. After he scores. If he scores 12 plus, hey, I'll look at her for
Nah, don't
seconds.
put her on the screen. Don't even show
she's
her.
gonna make
As long as she's cordial, that's all that matters, okay?
She's not. She can't be cordial.
Don't try to get intertwined in the Patriots because we don't like you.
Well, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Robert Kraft. That was a racist joke. Okay.
She'll clap it for Robert Kraft, and he'll do it.
Stop it. Yeah, he would. All right, that's a good one. That's actually a good one. So fair enough. If Pats can beat the Dolphins bad enough, they can get Bobby Slowick fired again. That's funny. That is funny. Okay.
Good luck to Bobby Slowick.
That's nice of you, dude. Bill's favorite in 32 out of 17 games. Okay. Brandon, damn it. All right, fellas. Well, all love, all glory to God. Yo, Cody, thank you for being here, bro. Chad, thank you for being here, brother. And again, we'll be back next week doing our top 10 pass catching units and our top 10 pass rushing units. And that's when she gets spicy. So make sure y'all join. Everybody that's watching now, thank you for being here. Everybody that watches this back, thank you for sticking around this long. And again, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you care about my well-being.
And make sure we give a shout out to Chase. You made the song. Milton, it didn't work this episode. I don't know if you try to get it to play, but hopefully we get that figured out, technical problems, so that way we get our intro together. But shout out to you, Chase, bro. That was dope. Concept, everything you made.
Yes, sir. There he is. Chase, thank you, brother. Appreciate you supporting the show. Yeah, I'll get that figured out. I just didn't want to play it without the aesthetic.
Without the visuals, right? Yeah, I figured. Okay.
Because I wanted to really look kind of special. So I'll figure all that out. I'm bad with, this stuff, but hey, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. If y'all want to help, y'all can help. But all right. Love and appreciation to you all. We are the People's Debate, and we are